Hey guys, it's Marty and welcome to Diamonds and Denims Tutorial Tuesday. This is going to be part 1 of the Diamonds and Denim Tutorial Tuesday hair series, and it's going to be my brilliant blowout. So if you want to see how I got this straight, shiny, voluminous, big, huge blowout hair, you can keep on watching. Thanks. Today is a special one. It's a new one. You notice I have no makeup on and a towel on my head. It is because this is going to be one of our hair series Tutorial Tuesdays. So this is my natural hair. I don't relax it. I don't wear a weave. I don't wear wigs. I don't do any of that. Mostly my biggest issue is heat styling right now. Before I get started with the actual tutorial, and no one can blow it dry. It's not just that I couldn't do it for years. I had many different issues. I've gone to countless stylists who cannot blow it dry. So I thought I would do one for the other little Marty out there who cannot blow dry her hair. So girl, I got you. Watch this. So my shampoo and conditioner, I always try as hard as I could to use a system, which means the shampoo and the conditioner match. And the reason I do that is because I find that they help each other out. Okay, so here's my hair system. So when I wash my hair, and I don't wash it every day, I try to wash it once a week. Because if you wash it every day, it'll strip the oil from your hair and it can make it really dry. I use Healthy Sexy Hair Soy Moisturizing Shampoo. And I use the Healthy Sexy Hair Sulfate-Free Soy Conditioner, which is right here. So this is the system that I use every week. And y'all see how big those bottles are. Of course, I got them on sale, duh. This one, I got at Ross for $12.99. And then this one, I got it at Ross too for $12.99. So Ross Dress for Less, that's my spot. Like, this is where I bought both of these huge salon size bottles. Treatment mask, because again, I think once a month at least you got to do a really deep, really good conditioner to keep it really healthy and shiny. So this is the one I use today. It is Bedhead Color Goddess, and I love it. It's a miracle treatment mask for color hair. Again, I bought this one at Ross too. Ross $9.99. Now we can actually get started with this tutorial. So my hair, I towel dried it. I tried to get as much moisture as I could out of it. You want to get it pretty dry before you start a blowout in order to get it pretty smooth. I'm going to be using the Redken All Soft Leave-In Conditioner, Supple Touch Conditioner. Bought it on sale at Style America. Was buy one get one free clearance. So the All Soft conditioning line is really, really good. Like, it smells amazing. It's just really good. So I'm just going to spray that evenly throughout my hair. To make sure it's spread out evenly, I'm going to use a paddle brush, just to make sure we got no tangles in there and to make sure that that leave-in conditioner is spread out evenly. So that my hair was just completely, nothing was in it when I sprayed the All Soft conditioner. So, All Soft leave-in conditioner, Supple Touch leave-in conditioner. Now, anytime I style my hair, any kind of heat, anytime I use heat, I use this. It's Bumble and Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Primer. There we go. And that was actually a free redemption I got at Ulta, and I love it. Hair primers are really good. So it's a really lightweight spray. And again, I use this anytime I'm going to heat style. So the conditioner was to condition, to make sure our hair is healthy, to put vitamins and proteins and stuff back in it. This will protect it from the heat. And also, my hair can take a lot of products. Some people, their hair is too fine to take a lot of products. My mom has super fine hair. She always did. I don't know where my sister and I get our big hair from, but it's huge. So I got to use a lot of products to keep it healthy. Again, gonna brush it through with this big paddle brush. Okay, so this Matrix Turbo Dry. I got this on sale at Ulta. I think it was like $8. It has changed my blow drying game. I mean, it's ridiculous. It makes my hair so much more manageable. It makes it really smooth. Like, honestly, if I didn't want to, I probably wouldn't have to flat iron it. I like a really sleek look, so I still usually do flat iron it. So this is what we're gonna use. Now, I'm not gonna use it yet in my hair. If you have fine hair, I would spray it all over and then just blow it dry. But for me, I can't do that because my hair is so big. If I spray it all over, it's not gonna be enough for each section. So, show you what I do. Take my rat tail comb, bam, rat tail comb, and I'm gonna part my hair. I like a far part. I actually part over the arch of my eyebrow. That's where I part my hair usually. And I'm gonna part it there, and I'm sure y'all already know, but we're gonna section it off into 4 sections. You're gonna part wherever you part your hair, and I switch mine up from time to time, but the easiest way to do it is to go where you usually part your hair. And then I go from the tip of my ear right here, and I section off the first section. So that's this section right here is going to be our first part. Let me section it all off. I really like to use these blow drying clips. These are from Coco Magic. I bought them at TJ Maxx. It was like a pack of 4 for like $2.99. I like them because they really hold the hair. I don't know if it's because they have this little teeth on it or what it is, but it's so easy to take it in and out of my hand. I mean, to take my hair in and out of it, because if you're holding a blow dryer or a round brush and all this other stuff, you know, it's way easier to remove these, to slide these in and out, rather than doing ponytails or braids or whatever it is, because I don't want to keep doing that. Like, I have a lot of hair. And if you notice, I'm brushing it out as I'm going along, because you don't want tangles. Tangles will mess up your whole situation. My blow dryer, I have the Chieffer Ulta Beauty low EMF, and I went ahead and used the heat director, because if I don't use a heat director, it's not going to help at all. This blow dryer, I'm just obsessed with it. I actually did a review on it right after I got it, and that's down at the bottom. I'll link it to this one so that y'all can see it. So, ready to go with this? Ready to go with this? I personally put it on the highest heat. Now, I personally have to do this for each section. I have to spray this, and this is a really good, I love this stuff. So this is, again, this is my blow dry method. It's a little different. I've tried a bunch of different ways. This way just helps me the best. So here we go. I'm gonna spray it. It smells so good too. See how shiny it is already? Take my big huge bedhead barrel brush. I can't exactly remember where I bought it, but I'm pretty sure it was TJ Maxx. I'm gonna put it like this. Make sure it's pulled real good. Make sure it's detangled. And I'm gonna spray my roots first before I pull it all the way down. So I'm gonna do the roots first. Then I'm gonna do a guide method. So I put it up against the brush, and then I'll pull it down like this, okay? Let's do it. See, that section came out pretty good, right? Now, if you notice, when I got to the bottom, I stopped short of letting the ends go and rolled it back up. Because if you want to go over it a couple times to make sure it's not wet anywhere, that's what you need to do. And I did not take it off before I let the hair fall out, because you want to make sure you got your ends really dry. Pass your fingers through it to make sure there's no wet spots. Because wet spots in here are going to equal frizz out there, especially in Louisiana, baby. If I go out there with a little bit of wet, I'm going to have a fro. So that's the first piece. See how shiny and straight it is? Pretty straight. So, first part. Spraying this part again. Last part for this section. So, the first front section is done. See what it looks like? Now, here's the reason that we parted above the ear, because when you're pulling your round brush through, you really want to make sure that you're not pulling hair out of a different clip. So, having it there would make it that if we put it somewhere over here, when we started to pull this last section right here, it could have pulled hair out of this clip. So you want to make sure you got a real clean line as to where you did it. Now, so at this point, I would use another clip to hold this dry piece in the front to make sure it doesn't touch the wet part in the back. First back section, let's go. Then we'll be halfway done. How like on TV, they'll show them doing it like this. They'll put the dryer and they'll do it like this. For me, it works better if I do it like that. I don't know if it's because I'm left-handed. I don't know if it's because my hair is longer. I don't know, but it works better for me like that. So this section is pretty thick, so you can probably break it into 2 parts. Again, sectioning using the Turbo Dry. Kind of hard to see with me saying this far back, so let me show y'all what it's looking like so far. So see? And then depending on how thick your hair is in certain spots, you might have to do, you might have to break it up into 3 parts or whatever. Just depends on your hair type and how much and how long and all of that. So, and another thing, we were using the tracer method. you want to make sure you're pushing, that you're touching, like that your blow dryer, see right here, is physically like pushing into the brush. That'll keep it really straight and direct the heat really well to make sure it's smooth. So this side is done. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I'm back. I have one section left, which are the bangs, and I wanted to come back for that because that process obviously is going to be different than the rest of the head because it's right in your face. And I know they look pretty straight, but that's because I had them in a clip while I was blowing the rest of it dry. So it looks pretty straight already, but we're going to blow it dry. So unless you wanted to flip out on the back, unless you wanted to flip out on the front, this is the only section that I'm going to blow dry going down instead of out. So instead of doing like this, like we did with the rest of it, we're going to go down with the bangs. Just because they're supposed to hang right in your face. So I'm going to spray this. Make sure it's not tangled. Okay. Going back with the same blow dryer again. Blowing at the roots first. And just sliding on down. Now my hair is all blown dry. Everything's dry. I'm passing my hand through to make sure that there's no wet spots that I need to go back over. Alright, so yeah, it's all dry. So a couple of pointers I wanted to give y'all before I wrap this up. First, when you're sectioning your hair, the best way to know how big to take your sections, you want to base that on your brush and how wide your blow dryer is. You don't want your sections to be wider than this because you want to make sure that you don't have to go back over and over and over. So, for example, I would take like this section. I would take it and make sure that it's the same width. See, so we should be good. Because if not, when you're rolling it down, pieces will start falling out of it if it's not attached to the, if it's not like the same width as the nozzle. So, another tip, barrel brushes. There's different kind of barrel brushes. So this kind of barrel brush is for volume. If you need a lot of volume in your hair, you want to use this kind. If you want it to be smooth and sleek, or at least try, like you see how smooth and sleek my hair is. It's not as smooth as I like it. It's still a little large, but for in order to shrink the hair, this is to grow, this is to shrink. So you want to have less frizz, you want it to be smoother, you want it to be shinier, you use these. You want a big voluminous bombshell blowout, you use this one. But probably the biggest tip I can give anyone is this. To keep it really shiny, most blow dryers have this. Not everyone does, so check before you buy it. A cool button. And with this one, when it's on, it's orange. And when you press the cool button, it turns blue, so you know. See? Orange, blue. You can't really see it on the camera, but it switches from blue to orange. You want to take a cool burst and go over your hair. I try to do it for a minute at least and just go around my head with a paddle brush and make sure everything gets touched by that cool. What the cool burst does is it will seal your cuticles. That'll make your hair look shinier. Split ends, it seals up the ends so you don't get split ends. The cool burst does that. I don't know how, I don't know why, something with ions and stuff. So we're gonna do that quick cool burst all around the head. Oh, and with this part, there's no real method to how you have to do it. Like, you don't have to connect or anything. You just want to make sure that you're getting every part of your hair. So let's do that. Make sure it's actually clear. So that's my way of doing a bang up blowout job, I guess, like a brilliant blowout for me, not for everybody. Again, you don't have to use this method, but if you're having issues blowing your hair out and you can't figure out, maybe just test this method out, see if it works for you. If it does, let me know. I'd love to know that I was able to help somebody with this. Now that my arms are hurting and I'm hot, I'm sweating like crazy, but my hair should be sleek, pretty straight for the rest of the week. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Tutorial Tuesday. I hope I helped you learn a brilliant blowout. And I will see you next Tuesday on Diamonds and Denim. Thank you so much. Bye.